Welcome back to Indoor Barbecue, the only podcast that disappears twice and only addresses it once each time. I am a host. That's going to sound awful in the edit. My name's David. Sean, the other fucker who's here, just immediately started the podcast by taking a chuggy out of a beer.
It's been a while, you know. I forgot.
Yeah. You want to introduce yourself? Cunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am the other member, the other half, the other quarter,
The other
of the
host.
barbecue, the other third.
The other third? Oh, because we got 3 microphones.
No. Well, no, it's you, me, and the barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
You-
You, me, and the
That
barbecue.
should have been the name of the podcast.
Yeah, well, that sounds like we're a couple who are struggling to like talk about their feelings and have to like they've bought something together to like fix their relationship.
That's a
So
that's
in a way, it sounds like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a very 90s movie
Yeah.
title.
It's
You, me,
a-
and the barbecue.
It's the we bought a zoo, but like lower stakes. It's like a couple. They go into Tesco's like we did,
Yeah.
and like we'll get a barbecue together. We'll have great fun over the summer, and then they both love the barbecue, but they realize the relationship is falling apart. Write this down. This is great. This is
Ends
great
up
stuff.
with a barbecue, a threesome with the barbecue. The barbecue brings the best out of both of them.
Like sex wise, or just like
Just in every
okay,
ways.
okay.
You know, it's like the highbrow Wall Street power couple fall from grace, and they
Okay.
find a barbecue. ensue an hour and a half
Ensue.
of trash.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd write it. I'd make it. Yeah, it's weird doing this again because we haven't done it for a while.
Yeah,
Realistically, like we haven't.
yeah.
And the last time we did record, I thought we had some very funny bits in it, but like it was so exhausting. Because we thought we lost all the audio.
Was that last time?
That was the last time,
God,
and so
we
I
keep
just
fucking
I
doing that.
never edited that one.
We need to invest in a better cable
Yeah,
because the cable we have for our audio mixer, it's a great cable. It's the longest cable I have. That's the old USB, whatever that's called.
USB Type B, I think it's called,
USB Type B.
because it kind of looks like a B if you look at the edge of it.
But it's like at a slant because it's designed to charge like a mouse. So anything you hit it with, it'll disconnect automatically.
Yeah,
And we haven't. You think we'd just buy a longer cable, but we haven't.
we haven't.
We've resorted to heartbreak instead.
Listen, it was a lot of money to get the microphones and the recorder.
It was €750.
Shit.
I checked it the last day. So I was like,
€750?
I think it was 700.
Plus whatever it cost to set up the RSS feed, which was like 100 and something.
That was 100 and something.
Yeah, we spent 100 and something on that. So we spent like close on $1,000 on this thing that we've given up on twice. But hey, we've come back to it.
I mean, now we have
So-
good audio equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was.
yeah. We have 3 microphones, so like, I was thinking for like if we're ever recording stuff like for film, like not even for college, just because we might make something
Yeah.
rather than using the shotgun mic I have, the Rode one.
Yeah.
We just bring the mixer out, and like we get some of them decent what you call it. We actually invest in some decent mic stands
Yeah.
and just use these microphones and just set them near the actors.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're super awkward though, because as we've discovered,
Quite heavy.
yeah, not even well. Both the microphones they are quite heavy. I think we
Yeah.
just bought shitty mic stands, but
Never
the
cheap out on
actual
the mic stand.
mixer in itself, you have like 3 options. So you have low, medium, and high, and going from low to medium is a ridiculous jump. It's like 3 times, and then when you go from medium to high, it's like you can hear like the fucking wall, the paint on the wall deteriorating.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's
pretty awesome, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably both would be the play.
Well, yeah, we obviously want to have as much audio to work with as possible. If we've learned anything from college, coverage. I used to do a lot of. I used to do a lot of planning when I was like a young teen and mid-teen. Like I used to do a lot of like Lego animations, or like I say, like plan out a lot of them. A lot of them, like I'd animate like a scene, and then it'd be difficult to like bring myself to take down the whole set and build another one. So like I had like a lot of bits of stuff,
Yeah.
and then the laptop I had it all on kind of died, and when I was in secondary school, I got really embarrassed because I had a YouTube channel and I thought people would bully me for it, so I deleted the whole thing rather than put it all on private. So all of that stuff is gone, and I feel really bad about it. But my point was, when it's animation, because there's no sound at all, because it's just pictures, everything feels so lifeless. But the moment you even add just like little pitter patter of footsteps, it just comes alive. It feels like more real because the audio's there. So I guess what I'm saying is, can you fucking imagine like trying to film something before they figured out sound? Ooh. Like like they say that the clip of the train leaving the station, like people were like losing their shit. Yeah. Because they seen a black and white train move. Imagine if it went choo choo. They would have fucking killed themselves. Yeah. They would have like lost their mind if instead of just a silent train, it went choo choo. Yeah. They would shit themselves to death. You know, it would have been War of the Worlds type shit.
Yeah,
you know?
it is like, you know, if you put it against today, because like, you know, if you watch shit without sound now, it's trash because you're used to watching things with sound. Yeah, but like they were used to looking at like pictures, like shitty pictures at that. Yeah. So it is the equivalent of basically, like, you went from just seeing pictures all the time, and then someone showed you many pictures put together, and you're like, dude, what the actual fuck is going on? Yeah. And you know, that was like, it was pretty. I thought when you were going on to the Lego thing of like you got sad when you were tearing them down. I thought you basically were about to tell me that you made your own like Lego Big Bang Theory, because you just got one set.
Oh, like a sitcom, like a Lego sitcom.
Down, so you just made a Lego sitcom where you had your 3 stages, and like it was just all these new wacky characters would meet in the Lego cafe, and then they would go back to the Lego house and chat. And then what's the third thing in Friends? Oh, it's just 3 apartments.
It's two apartments.
Yeah, it's Monica Joey's,
and then the cafe. Yeah, and then
is someone else's work in that? No,
is. What you call it? The worst character. What's his name? David Schwimmer.
Ross.
Yeah, David Schwimmer. He's the. I guess he's the most successful one, apart from Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox. And I guess Joey, because he did have that show, Joey. Fucking Joey. Yeah, there was 2 seasons of that show. I was talking to my partner about this yesterday.
I love Matthew Perry. Yeah. Because he really likes my favorite game of all time. And he's a voice actor in it. No. Oh. Well,
Borderlands?
Fallout New Vegas.
Oh.
And he plays like a witty it's funny because the game is
a Chandler Bing-esque type character. Is that what he plays?
Ish. But it's like he's like a wise guy. He plays a wise guy in this post-apocalyptic.
Oh, is he the guy in the checkered suit?
Yeah, he's Benny. Huh. He's Benny, and that's the only reason why I like him. The rest of them are okay.
Fair.
Also, that he said he was on coke for most of it, and he doesn't remember half of it. Which is always a fun.
It's always fun to see success ruin just a regular person.
I was always curious about like when you hear those crazy stories about like just crazy actors on set being assholes, but like what's like. I am fascinated by whatever situation you're in, the small talk. I always wonder what the small talk is. Oh. Like, what was Hitler's small talk? Because he wasn't always Hitler.
Well, he was always Hitler.
Yeah, he was always Hitler, but like he couldn't have been that energetic all the time. So like, he couldn't just muster that much hate all the time. Well, maybe he could have.
No, maybe he'd just be like casually racist. Like, he wouldn't be like full swing racist, but sometimes he'd just be like, they're Juden, you know?
So like, what is like the small talk between like Churchill and Hitler? When they're like vibing,
but between them,
yeah,
I don't think they were vibing. They were on opposite sides of
but like, you know, like the peace treaties, all that shit. You know, I have no idea if they ever even met. They probably
no, because Hitler shot himself in the fucking head.
Yeah, but like whatever peace shit that man had to go to, and he was kind of like there, or even before he was like Hitler.
Yeah, when he was just like, kind of,
he was just an asshole, not like a dictator.
He was still just Hitler before he got Hitler.
He was a wee little Hitler. You know,
it was Hitler and he got Hitler.
Yeah. But then like you have Hitler and you have his like political opponent that he would like in 10 years probably murder.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of there and like, so how is the coffee?
How is Dan family?
Yeah. How are you?
That's good.
You seen the movie? Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
the train
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
choo-choo.
And then someone comes in and they go like, "Oh hey, Mr. Adolf, Jimothy,
Big speech time.
can you come out and we're going to do the thing?" He's like, "Oh yes, okay." And then he goes into the corner, he gets himself hyped up. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Fuck the Jews."
He's
and,
just like slapping himself in the face. Yeah.
yeah, but like the small talk. So what is like the small talk in like the Friends cafeteria halfway through when everyone knows Matthew Perry's off his face on coke? And he's just kind of like fucking chewing the jaw off himself.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you eating, Matthew?" He's like, "Nothing."
I mean, I imagine he's in his trailer. He's not. They're just like wondering if he's all right.
Yeah, but then like, what's the yeah, Matthew seems a little extra.
Yeah,
A little extra coked up today.
He's doing a little sarcasm, but like the cameras aren't rolling.
He's doing okay. And then
Yeah.
like Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston are sitting there like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's Matthew. But like, what do they talk about? Is it just like normal? Is it just like what crazy world do they live in?
Well, I assume it's just regular people shit, but like they're like their complaints aren't. They're like, oh, today, like, what did we talk about? Like getting like you were going across the road and then like a car just this shit. But they were like, man, my driver was driving my car today and this peasant tried to cross the road. It's fucking annoying. This fucking ordinary human person, this ordinary lowlife audience member try to fucking stop my car.
Yeah, but even in the super celebrity zone, there there's dull moments.
Yeah.
What do they talk about?
I don't know.
What do they?
I mean, is that our life mission? Is to like infiltrate it and find out?
I don't know. I'm just personally fascinated by the small talk of like, imagine like the small talk of like Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
Imagine he's just there, like he goes from just whipping, because he can't just be being an asshole all the time.
Well, no, he's talking about the game.
Yeah, he's just like, you see the fucking,
You see the lion?
yeah,
You see the lions, dude.
that lion,
Dude,
that lion, the government drugged that lion. That that shit was rigged, bro. That lion was like, I seen that
aren't
lion.
you the government?
I seen
Julius
that lion
Caesar?
last Wednesday. Shut up, bro. I seen that lion like last Wednesday, and he was way more fucking hyped up.
So, but did you do that? You're the guy, like you're the boss.
Bro, you heard of the plague? Shit ain't real.
What has that happened yet?
Plague ain't real. Plague ain't real, bro. It's the government lied to you. Plague ain't
You're
real.
the government. Like you're Caesar. You're the
Plague
whole
ain't
dude.
real. Bro, shut up. Plague ain't real.
So like,
I don't believe it. You guys just took
Hold
over
on.
like Germania? Nah, shit ain't
Nah.
real, bro. That's government. That's the Senate, bro.
what are you telling me? There's like a there's a village that drinks a magic potion, and then they're super strong and they beat up all the Romans, all the centurions. What are you telling me?
Nah, shit ain't real, bro.
That's not real.
Plague ain't real.
Plague ain't real. That's just on his t-shirt.
Plague ain't
Plague
real.
ain't real. They're like, oh, you invented the t-shirt. He's like, read it. It says plague ain't real.
The Spanish docs everyone's dying. Plague ain't real.
Plague ain't real. Don't even worry about it. I'm Julius Caesar. I'm the guy.
But like, I've just always been like, like ancient fucking Aztecs.
Yeah.
Before they go up to chop someone's heart out and
Yeah.
like offer it to the sun in the
Yeah.
sky, they're just like,
But that's like their regular day.
yeah.
So like they don't even they won't even see that as
I
like
know-
that's like I assume like
yeah.
there was a few people who were into it, but like for most of them it's like grown up Catholic in Ireland. It's like you go to there once a week.
Yeah.
You walk up the temple.
I didn't
chop
see
a dude's heart out.
the human sacrifice last week. What the fuck were they even called back then? What's an ancient Aztec name? I have no idea.
Jamanza.
What is? No idea.
You trying to do like a Spanish name there?
No. I was trying to think of South American.
Because most South American names like modern ones are like kind of because of colonialism are all Spanish and Portuguese.
Mm.
There's a bunch of people in Panama called Usnavi.
Snavi.
Usnavi. Do you know why that is?
No idea.
It's because of the Panama Canal. The boats, most boats, right? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Most,
It's because it was the U.S. Navy.
yeah, yeah, because most boats still have the name. They'll have the name of the boat at the front, and then what country or whose it's property of at the back.
That's adorable.
But the U.S. Navy have it backwards. So a bunch of people just seen Us Navy. We're like, oh, that's a dope name.
Fucking us Navi, bro.
Us Navy.
Us Navi, you're dope,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
You figured it out. Now, for the record, I learned that when I was in secondary school by a teacher who had a big bald head and a big handlebar mustache. And he also told us that the shaved head, the half like just quarter shaved head on women where they have like the long hair and the shave bit. He told us that came from porn because it's easier to like do blowjob scenes if you have like less hair to deal with. So
you could free up the other hand. Oh, that makes
yeah.
You could,
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
So I don't know, like if
this microphone in front of me turned into a very useful prop quickly.
yeah. It became quite useful. It's pity this one isn't recorded like video wise. Do we address that?
No, but I think we're in a good flow. But like, you know,
yeah.
But just small talk. Obviously, I'm not saying that they found it abnormal. I just find it utterly fascinating.
Right, because you're coming from 21st century circumstances, so you're like that shit that they that we're like, whoa, that's the weirdest shit ever.
So Adam and Eve in the garden.
Okay.
They're small. They're just like, but what is it though? It's like just Adam just looking down at his dick. It's like, I don't know. It looks kind of weird though. What are you doing? Like just piss stuff? Yeah. Do you piss? Yeah, you know.
Well,
you met that snake around? Yeah, you're fucking weird, bro.
Man, okay. I know you're doing a bit, but I've got like knowledge and shit. I have like vague understanding, knowledge and shit, right? But like they didn't realize in scripture, in the Bible, they didn't realize they were in the nude until they ate the apple.
Yeah, but like they were still, you know, they could look around.
Yeah, but they weren't like embarrassed or like they didn't have shame or whatever.
Yeah, but like curiosity.
Yeah, but they just
literally
like,
the thing that ended the whole good deal, you know?
Yeah.
But like the guy's just looking down his dick. He's like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't have to be, you know, ashamed to being naked to look down at my dick and go, that shit looks a little odd.
No, but like if you weren't ashamed, if you just took it for granted, you'd be like, oh, that's just there. Yeah. It's like how like animals, like they don't think about where they shit, they just shit.
Yeah, but they don't have like consciousness.
Yeah, but
they have consciousness.
What I'm saying is like we didn't have that until we, you know, as if it's like a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
We were just animals?
Yeah, I assume
we were just like zebras and shit?
Yeah. Like zebras and the deer from Open Season.
I mean,
voiced by Martin Lawrence.
I've never heard fucking zebras have conversations with snakes. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, they won't have them in front of you. And that's why zebras aren't the dominant species on the planet, because they didn't talk to the snake, but we did.
They're still here.
They're still here, yeah, but they're not they're not like running shit. They're not going to offices.
I mean, they ain't dead either, you know. What are all those rhinos doing now? Dead.
And whose fault is that?
Apex predator.
Whose fault is that?
Because Adam was questioning his dick.
And he's looking at his dick.
He was wondering what was happening.
He's like, I can shoot shit out of this.
That's what really happened. The snake came up. He's like, bro, I can tell you what that's for. He's like, what? I can tell you what that's for. This thing?
This thing? Yeah.
This old thing?
Oh, shit.
Snake was like, yeah, you bro, you want to know.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You tired of like every time there's a new person, God just rips out a rib?
Yeah.
You want to keep your ribs, man?
Yeah.
No, like if you take out some ribs, you can do shit with that down there.
He's like, that's a whole different conversation. Don't worry about it.
That's just for yourself, though.
It's like when you're trying to explain something and they like skip a step and you're like, just hold on. Okay. You haven't even.
Yeah. Like clearly you're innovating and you're thinking ahead. Caveman brain is fully active. You're so close to the wheel, but you've just invented like the combustion engine.
Yeah.
He's there looking at a combustion engine like, man, something's missing here. Can't figure out what, but I'm missing something.
The combustion engine.
Combustion.
The best pun I've ever made.
Yeah, but like, there's shit in your dick. You can put it in there. I don't know if it'll do anything.
Yeah, but you know, they weren't just talking about his dick, but like out of the whole situation, well, the weird shit that was happening, you know, it's still man brain. He's gonna go to dick.
Yeah.
But like, you know, there must have been like what's in all those trees, bro? You had the stuff on those trees? Nah.
Shit.
Those ones though, yeah.
Yeah.
What did they talk about? What did they talk about?
The trees?
Was there other animals running around?
What
was it?
I mean, for starters, it's like not real, so they can talk about whatever you want.
If it was real, what would they be talking about? Probably the wild, weird clouds and why there's a big gate on this. You ever think about the Garden of Eden was just the first zoo?
I hadn't considered that, actually.
It's just the first zoo.
It's the first zoo. We bought a zoo, but
we
were
born
in a zoo.
It's a neglectful zoo.
Yeah.
They just kind of let them off.
Yeah, but everyone's kind of vibing, so there's no real point to have. There's no cages necessary. It's like one of those zoos where you like the animals are all free and you just drive through it, but you walk because you've got to come bust you an engine, but you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
they're just there staring at it, poking around with a stick. Do something. Come on.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
They made a way bigger zoo.
Yeah, they made a huge zoo.
Okay, but like, do you get where I'm coming from?
No, I get what you're saying. I just have no I've got nothing to add to other than man, that's crazy.
It's just I know, but it's just it intrigues me so much. Like, I watched Katian. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's basically the Katian forest in Poland, where the Germans just killed a bunch of people. But they like show at the end like the way they did it, and it's just like they got people on a train and they were like, "Oh, you guys are going home now." And then they brought them to this place, put them in a blackout truck, and then they took them out and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're going home. You just got to sign this." And then they'd sign the thing, and then they'd bring them and they just shoot them in the back of the head before they realized what was happening.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but they just did that for like 8 hours a day, like any other factory work shift.
Yeah,
for like maybe a week or two.
Yeah. So you're wondering what the Germans were talking about amongst themselves?
Well, no, it was the Russians did it, but yeah, like just you're doing that all day. Then you get your 30 minutes for lunch, and they were like, pretty leaves out here, nice forest, isn't it?
My fucking wrist hurts, man.
That was the most fucked up fact.
Yeah.
They actually changed guns to the smallest millimeter, so their wrists, because they kept getting carpal tunnel in their wrist. So they changed it to the German guns as well because they later blame it on them. But like,
well then,
when you're that kind of you talk about desensitizing.
Yeah,
we had like porn, they had war.
Yeah,
like there's a your parents make a little bit more sense when you remember they grew up during war, if you think about it.
Well, mine don't.
Or your grandparents.
Yeah, like.
But,
at this point, we're a couple of parents removed from war. No, but there's other things to traumatize.
Like Jimmy from Poland, he grew up being hearing out of his granddad. Yeah, and I just shot these guys for 8 hours a day. Then we had lunch. Yeah. We came back, had a couple of beers, did it again in the morning.
And that was it.
And we were happy.
I knew that was coming. And we were happy. Had a great time.
Yeah, that's the end of my
honest work.
That's the end of it. That's an exercise. Just imagine the greatest historical stuff, most horrible historical stuff, and just put yourself in the shoes of the person doing a little small talk. The Mongolians did such atrocious shit.
Yeah.
When they invaded China, one of the cities, they basically made a floor out of dead or half dead people, and just tie them all together, and just put a little wood on top of it and started walking around because this man was so messed up.
That's horrific.
Yeah, but the Mongolians, they do this all the time. They're pretty chill about it. Yeah, just walking around like fucking. You're this cool horse, bro.
Well, no, I imagine if you're in that mindset, it's altered your state of being. So it's like when you're at work, at any job, and you're you've got a certain mindset to keep it going. But if that's broken, someone just asks you about your casual day to day, it freaks you out.
Yeah.
And then you realize what you're doing, and you get all existential. Yeah. And then now you're part of the human floor thing, Yeah.
Now you're just vibing in the floor.
Yeah.
Just being a little floor.
Well, yeah, being a little floor guy. Gonna deviate away from this.
Yeah, you can't. No,
this horrific image that's in my brain now.
I've just always been fascinated by the small talk of historic figures.
Yeah. There's the show called Horrible Histories, and 90% of their sketches are just that. Yeah. It's oh, you hear about the thing? And they're oh, you mean big historical thing? And they're yeah, that's crazy. And then we go, this is funny because we know what happens.
Plague ain't real, bro.
Plague ain't real. Homie, if I learned anything.
I want that to be our first t-shirt. Plague ain't real.
Plague ain't real, bro. Well, what do you mean? People are dying. It's no.
Have you met anyone that died from the plague?
That's
no, because you'd be dead from the fucking plague.
That's funny because I don't know if you've noticed, but in the past couple of years, there's been a lot of people with the same message of, nah, plague ain't real. The idea of being man, isn't it crazy if politicians were nah, plague ain't real.
Plague ain't real.
That's that'd be crazy if something like that happened. That'd be wild.
You have to picture people haven't changed that much. It's just circumstance. So we react the same way. So you gotta think there was at least 4 or 5 politicians going like, plague ain't real.
Plague ain't real.
There was this guy, he didn't have much hair. He came out of nowhere like, fake news, bro.
Plague ain't real.
You been listening? Plague ain't real.
I like to imagine ancient Roman Alex Jones. He's like, oh yeah, elephants over the mountains. They brought elephants over the mountains. Now this is what Caesar wants you to believe. Caesar wants you to think that there's big elephants coming over the mountains. Now, what? Now that could have been a trick of the light. Anyway, here's the thing we're shilling this week. It's fucking, I don't know what.
Why this thing?
Grain. Here's grain. It gives you better eyesight.
It's anti-plague serum if you believe in that type of thing.
If you choose to believe in the plague, which I don't.
If you choose.
I don't subscribe to the plague existing theorem. Hey, you guys hear about Aristotle this week? Man claims the world is round.
Aristotle is just who got kicked out of the boy band, the Plato, Aristotle and the boys. Who's the guy that they like shamed him out? That's like their Ben Shapiro. He's
just got a hard turn.
I think
in the wrong
so. Therefore,
direction.
I am.
Okay. Okay, that sounds like a liberal.
Fuck women.
That's his old speech. That's his old. Therefore, I am. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else? You know who else thinks, and therefore they are women, minorities. Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro.
I'm Ben Aristotle.
Shapirophorus? I don't know. Benophanis? He's still wearing a suit. It's ancient times. He's the one guy with a suit.
It's just Alex. I'm really valuing these jokes, but just Alex Jones in any era. Just, just Alex Jones in the Egyptian era. It's like, bruh.
These things? These pyramids?
Yeah.
Aliens, man.
Alien. You think God's a chicken? Chicken? Cluck cluck like shit we eat. You think God is a chicken? Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
See, here's the difference though. If someone like Alex Jones existed in any other time period and he started saying shit against the norm, Alex Jones, Spanish Inquisition, there is no Alex Jones in the Spanish Inquisition. Alex Jones either is part of the Spanish Inquisition or is dead.
Actually, no, I'm now picturing like ancient Egypt. They had like they had like early medical techniques. He's actually just talking people out of like surgery and like antiseptic. They claim they have these elixirs that they pour on your wounds and they just fix themselves. They just magically fix themselves.
Huh.
Nothing to do with God.
Huh? No praying?
No praying.
No sacrifice.
When's the last time anything happened without a sacrifice?
Huh? Are you kidding me?
And then someone like tunes in, they're like, Alex, well, like we have kind of been consistently sacrificing people no matter what happens. So like we have no real kind of... Tim! Shut up, Tim. Okay? What is that? What is that in your arm, Tim? Is that stitches? Is that stitches? Get the fuck out of here.
I just thought of
someone bring me a cat. I need to cuddle a cat right now.
Ancient Egyptian, or what are they called? Ancient aliens. But in the Egyptian world, they're just called aliens.
Just imagine the Alex Jones headlines, but in hieroglyphs.
They're just so long.
That's big, bold hieroglyphs.
They just go on forever, though. Just trying to understand what the fuck he's saying.
What is like a clickbait hieroglyph? It's just like pyramids.
Birds. Their equivalent of a question mark, I guess.
It's like a big question.
I don't know.
And they're just like the guy in the corner is handing out his stone tablets with his big hieroglyphs.
He's taking forever.
But he's also still has a British accent. And he's like, extra.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you meant like, what's the guy that Alex Jones had on his show who's like, soy boys are ruining the nation. You can't say Merry Christmas anymore.
I technically actually haven't ever watched Alex Jones, so I don't know. I seen him on Joe Rogan once. That was about it.
I remember showing my older sister a video making fun of Alex Jones and being like, okay, so this is the deal with this guy. And she's like, oh, I know. He's been doing this shilling since like I was your age. This guy's been around for like 15 years. This guy, like, he's evolved with the internet. And now he's like stuck where like the internet's evolved to the point where it's like there's no real place for him except on the real weird edges, scavengy edges. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Like, I have heard very small hearsay of him actually doing good stuff as well, but it's just overshadowed by just Alex Jonesiness.
Yeah, I reckon the whole like getting sued by multiple different groups of parents over claiming that the horrible deaths of their children were manufactured by the deep state and getting sued to oblivion for it. I think that might, show, like, that might overcast any positive energy he's ever put into the universe. Maybe.
I mean, but like...
But when he rambles, he sounds insane. So, like, if you fall for it, that's on you.
Yeah, like...
You know?
He did warn us about that plague, though.
What? The plague?
Plague ain't real, bro.
Plague, it is real.
Plague ain't real, bro. It's just the flu.
Yeah. Ancient Alex Jones be like, they're just dying because it's God's will.
The rats just had the flu. That's all it was. They just had the common cold.
Actually, if you eat a rat, you inherit their strengths. What do you mean the rat's dead, so therefore it has no strengths? Shut up, nerd.
Just eat a cat. It's all good.
Eat a cat.
God's a chicken, all right? Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
Pray to
up.
the chicken. Pray to the fucking chicken, all right?
We just have no understanding of any other religion, do we? I don't know. Ancient Egyptians. They definitely had birds, but I feel like they were like falcons. I feel like they were like majestic birds.
They were. I mean, they worshipped cats. That's about all I know.
Yeah.
They were a big fan of cats. They had a cat goddess. They had the first
furries.
Yeah, they were the first furries.
Yeah. And now they have, we remember their big triangles. Yeah. So maybe we should respect furries more. Yeah.
Bastet is her name. I think she's also she might actually be also a fertility god. So,
Huh.
Furry god.
Furry god.
I mean, they were all furries.
Yeah.
So, like...
Well, I mean, there was only so much shit going around, like...
Yeah. I'm trying
there's only, like, 10 things and, like, one of them's sand. You gotta, like, look at what's around you and be like,
I mean, yeah, if you do break it down, they were in the desert.
Oh.
So, number one, sun.
Yeah.
That's their main god, Ra.
That's pretty dope.
Ra's the sun god.
I mean...
What else do you have? You got wind.
Yeah.
That's the other god. That's Horus.
Mm-hmm.
You got
death.
Yeah. Anubis, our boy.
Yeah.
I don't really know what Set is the god of, but he's the god of, like, the dark desert. So, nighttime.
Yeah.
Nighttime.
Wasn't there one Egyptian pharaoh who was like, okay, I'm getting rid of all the gods. We're just having one main god. And he was like, the golden sun god. How about that? We have one main god, we get rid of all the other gods. And everyone was like, you're putting a lot of, like, temples out of jobs here, mate.
Fuck it. That's
like, come on.
Like, I'm not even religious. I'm still, like, St. Anthony will pop into my head when I lose a thing. My brain's like,
That's
like,
the funny thing about... Sorry.
But like, imagine that you're like, some guy's like, no, we're getting rid of them all. We're like, but the cat one's my favorite. Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm keeping my favorite. It's like, yeah, of course you would. It's like,
the big sun one.
The big sun one. Oh, and you're the human embodiment of the big sun one, the one we're keeping.
Bet you believe in the plague.
You think, like, there's no way I can even edit this bit out now. This is like the crux of this whole fucking episode.
This is my true lie.
Yeah.
No matter what we get onto.
Bet you it's the plague.
No. Continue about your religious plights.
No, I was just gonna say it's funny that, like, Catholicism was like, yeah, there's one true God. But also there's a bunch of other people that you can hang out with too, and ask them for specific things. So, maybe
I do like.
There's one guy at the top, but like then there's like other people down the line who are pretty cool also.
There's just God and, like, really cool dudes.
Yeah.
It's like the rest of them. Like, never did anything bad.
So here's John the Baptist. Dope. What did he do? Got his head chopped off. All right.
Cheers.
Bridget. Crosses, I think. I don't know. What did Bridget do? What did
Reeds.
Reeds.
Something to do with reeds.
Reeds.
I think.
Bridget.
Saint Bridget.
Saint Bridget.
I went to her school. I should know.
Yeah. There's those people who are like, oh, Saint Patrick, he got rid of the snakes. It's like a metaphor for paganism. It's like, no, he really got rid of snakes.
You see any snakes around?
Like, you see exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a metaphor for no. Sorry, he got rid of snakes. Actually,
I still see all the snakes around these town.
Yeah.
Snakes around town.
He's backstabbing, double crushing.
Snakes around town. No, but Anthony, did he just lose the thing? What did he do? Did he just...
I feel like he found something.
Padre Pio.
Yeah.
What did Padre Pio do? He's around a lot. I've only ever heard Padre Pio being said in a Chum accent, so it might be.
I don't know who that one is. I was gonna mention the
he wears
guy.
robes.
Huh?
He wears robes.
He wears robes.
He's
probably.
a dude.
He's just He's
got white hair.
There's a guy who
Picture
fought the Loch Ness monster. I love that story.
Isn't that St. Patrick?
No, that's different.
I thought that was like the final boss, like Elden Ring, like final snake.
No, because it's not. No, because it's in water, so it's not a snake.
There's snakes that go over water.
No,
you heard of the water snakes?
Okay, now you're just making shit up.
I'm not.
This is about as real as the plague, Sean. This is about as real as the plague. Water snakes.
No, the water snakes are real. They're terrifying. They go like super fast over the water. They go.
So you tell me they walk on water, or slither on water?
Glide.
They glide on water.
They're the Holy Spirit is actually a snake.
Is a snake. All right. That's a dumb bit. You want to hear about the saint who found who fought Loch Ness monster?
I do. Is this a real saint?
I mean,
he's definitely Scottish. Or
he's definitely like a fella. You know that happened. That's a gross sound.
Sorry, forgot to.
Yeah, I'll have to edit that out. That'll be gone. So it'll just sound like I'm just bullying your silence. Jesus, a lot of noise.
I didn't know my nose was blocked.
So there's this saint, right? And he's going along Loch Ness with his buds, with his saint. Well, they're not saints. He's the saint, and they're his buds. They're buds of a saint, but not saint buds. Yeah. That's a different guy.
So they're going to Loch Ness.
They're going to Loch Ness, right? And they come across these couple of fellas, and they're carting a dead body.
Okay.
And he's like, "Yo, what the fuck happened to that guy?" And they're like, "Ah, monster in the loch." And he's like, "In this Loch Ness monster?" And they were like, "Yeah." He's like, "Shit. All right, we gotta like do something about this." He goes over the water and he sees the monster. And the monster's like, "Yo, Loch Ness monster, coming at you. I killed that guy. I killed him." And your man's like, I'm gonna do a prayer. And then the monster went away.
So he didn't fight him.
No, he prayed him.
He prayed him away.
He prayed him away. I think that's the only successful thing that has ever been prayed away through religion. Yeah.
He just prayed away the Loch Ness monster.
Prayed away the Loch Ness monster.
Bro, I was like this started.
You thought he was gonna like physically fight him?
This started like the start of like every fucking Dark Souls mission. We were just going past the place, and some guy was like, "Oh, the monster," and that he was gonna fight the fucking Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, he did fight him
with prayer,
spirit. Yeah,
he like prayed away the gay, but the Loch Ness.
But the Loch Ness, yeah, and it worked on the Loch Ness, and they were like, "Hey, could you try that on my cousin?
Pray away the Ness?
Could you try that? Like my cousin's queer. Do you think you could do that?"
No, that's where they found it. They figured it out.
Oh, they started with the cousin and then worked to the monster.
No,
it's a dumb bit. Not really anything going on there.
Is that real? Did he pray away?
Did he pray away the Loch Ness monster? Yeah. Prayed him away. Would have been really rough.
Is Loch Ness in Scotland, right?
It's in Scotland, yeah.
Loch.
Can you imagine getting rid of like a bunch of snakes? And you're like, yeah, I got rid of all the snakes. And then one guy's like, I got rid of a big sea monster.
No, actually, the Loch Ness monster just ran away because the guy was praying, but in a Scottish accent. He was like, "What the fuck is that voice? They're like, that's like, you know, the opening of Dune where it's the Sardaukar talking, and they did like that's what the Loch Ness monster heard. He was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck are they on about? So that whole interaction, and see, that's like what you have to remember when you're on about historical situations, like what they sounded like.
Yeah,
like just your Scottish accent minus a few hundred years and education. Okay, what do you get? I'm not doing it, bro. You got to do it.
I wasn't going to do it. This is your bit, so you know.
I'm straight and white. You're at least, you're making some waves. I can't say it.
What? Well, I don't want to do it.
So they rock up to the Loch Ness. And there's the boys with the cart, dead people. And like, I can't even remember this. No, that's Northern. Scottish. What's Scottish? Scottish. Kevin Bridges is all I remember. Scottish. So like minus 200 years. Like, Scottish. Fucking. It's a fucking monster. Fuck what?
No, but you meant to
kill
do.
the boy.
You gotta do. You killed the boy.
He killed the boy.
Kill the boy.
Elemental just going out dead, the Lord dead. And Locksmith's like, what the fuck are they
What
saying,
the-
bro? What the fuck are they saying, bro?
I'm listening to you right now. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Exactly, it's the point. Loch Ness.
So the Loch Ness monster.
He was like, bro, I'm not even
Loch Ness
interested.
monster like took out his ear, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
What if the Loch Ness monster was being really polite? And he was just like, dude, that guy came over and he was in his boat and then he started throwing spears at me. So I was like, please, sir, can you walk
Excuse
away?
me,
But,
pushing
like,
him away.
We cut back to the moment and it's just the guy's perspective. He's like, Rah! And I was like, hey, could you please like back off? You're my space.
off.
You're my personal
Get the
space. You
fuck
kind
outta
of
here.
disrespecting me right
It
now.
says my lock.
I
My
need
name
you to
is
go.
Ness.
My name is Mr. Oh, I'm Nessie. Nessie, good to meet you. What's
What's
your
up?
name?
Went-
Die, you scum! Excuse me, that's very aggressive language. Could
Yeah.
you back off? And then he threw another spear. So I just like, I give him a little flip. And he
Yeah.
went away. And, now we're here.
I like the idea that the guy's carting his corpse just killed him. They're like, oh, yeah, it was the monster
What happened? It's the...
hiding like knives behind our back. Yeah, Loch Ness monster, like mad daggers, man. Just fucking killed him.
Where did he die? Ness?
You guys
Loch-
are walking towards the
Loch
sea, not away
Ness.
from it. Yo, what? Just get. Well, he died by sea, so we might as well. He probably wanted to be buried in
Okay.
the sea.
Yeah, and now, so like the guy's praying away the Loch Ness monster.
Mhm.
And the two guys are there by the car with the dead guy.
Yeah, with the car.
Yeah. What are they talking about? You heard
Plague's not real, man.
You heard of the plague?
Not
No, my cousin told me the plague. He works for the anti-plaguers. He told me
My
it's not bullshit.
cousin works for Nintendo, and he said they made it up.
My dad actually got me the plague early, so I could try it.
My dad
yeah.
works in a DVD factory, and he actually
Yeah.
got the plague early.
Yeah, you heard of vaccines, bro? Yeah, they actually give people the plague so they can't catch the plague. I know, ridiculous.
Instead of the vaccine, they're just like, you hear about ointments, bro? You hear about this
Bro,
shit?
you heard,
Ointments?
you heard about hydration? They want you to drink fucking water.
Water? The stuff we put in the rum?
Yeah, water.
What a waste of rum
I
ingredients.
know. Apparently, it like hydrates you.
Uh-uh.
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Next thing we'll be saying fruit and veg cures scurvy
Fucking,
as I spit out all of my teeth.
fucking the missus keeps on about the plague now. She keeps going on about the plague now.
Man.
Can't get over it.
Meanwhile, your man's only halfway through his prayer.
Fuck, is he ever going to finish up?
Loch Ness monster fucked off 2 sentences in. Everyone's like, well, I'm a saint. I can't stop.
The Loch Ness monster is just he just does a growl before he leaves, but it's just roughly translated. I'm sick of you guys. I'm not giving you my energy.
He just
I'm not-
splashes the water. He's like, don't. I
Our
don't know.
Father who art in heaven. Is he still fucking going?
He's like, dude,
Jesus
what
Christ,
the
man.
I've gone.
Yeah.
He's just Loch Ness monster's there, just like below the water. We're like,
You heard about
dude,
this?
that's a lot of. You heard about this plague?
You heard about the Caesar fella? He doesn't believe in the plague. Sounds good. Sounds like a good leader. I think we elect him. We see what happens. I'm sick of the old Senate. No cracking them.
This is Scotland. This is Christianity exists. This is like so far away.
No cracking them.
It takes so long for news to travel across the continent. They're about to put in their votes in the ballot. They're like, did you hear? They stabbed him.
Did you hear about the plague fella?
They stabbed the
gone.
plague fella.
You know, if that's not the government trying to silence
mean,
someone,
I'm
I don't
just
know what is.
saying.
I don't know what is.
You know what his last words were?
Yeah.
Plague's not real. Still not real.
If only he got stabbed before, he would have been immune to the stab. Oh yeah, you're funny. You're funny, Tim. Fuck, he's still praying. He's still praying. Jesus Christ.
He's still over there.
I get home. I can put the kettle on. The Loch Ness monster's gone 20 minutes ago.
They only stabbed it, like, they killed the dude in the first place because he was against, I don't know, he was anti-plague or something. I don't know what the fuck.
You heard the plague fella? Plague fella's gone. You heard it?
Sure, we got his corpse here. This is Caesar. We got Caesar here.
You heard Raz, God of the Sun? It's great.
You hear about these pyramid things they're building? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they lock away the plague apparently.
It's a plague beam, actually. Actually, if you look up,
Seriously though, you ever heard about the flu though? That shit's deadly.
if you look at the pyramids and then you look at the stars above them, like they kind of like line up. But then if I walk a couple of steps over here, they don't anymore. What's that all about? Like, did I do that on purpose? Like, do you think? Or do you think just me walking around the place looking for connections and seeing them? This is mad crazy. This is what they sound like in Scotland, apparently. This is our Scotland thing. This is still in Scotland. Your man's still praying down there.
Do you know the Norwegian countries, they didn't get affected by the plague at all.
Just stopped at the border.
They're upstairs. They're up there. There's no plague in them at all.
There's also no crack, but like...
Sweden just let the plague happen. Yeah, they also murder everyone they ever meet.
Yeah. They're also Vikings, I think.
You cough once, they murder you.
Oh, God. They got great healthcare over there.
Oh.
Got great healthcare up in them countries. We couldn't have that here, though.
Plague ain't real.
Plague
That's all
ain't
I'm
real.
saying. Plague ain't real.
It's so fucking stupid. Which plague? Oh, all of them.
Plague ain't real.
All of them.
Bruh.
None of them. I don't know. None of them are real.
Infection ain't real. What else is going on in the world? Oh, by the way, podcast listeners, welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
This
You know
is,
what I heard the other day? Alexander Graham Bell, right? Was like hated deaf people.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to eugenics deaf people.
Is this the guy that made the bell?
This is the telephone guy.
Telephone guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it really puts into context the fact that he was like, I'm gonna make it new. I'm gonna make it a new way of communicating that you have to listen to.
Just like he's like there, like looking at fire signals one day through like the whatever army was around that time. He's like, fucking hate the fact those deaf cunts could see that.
Yeah, like
fucking pricks.
Like what a
fucking bastards. How dare they?
I don't know which came first though. Like, cause if he invented the telephone and then like some hard of hearing person was like, I can't, can't really use it. He's like, well, oh yeah, you can't please everyone, can you?
You know,
there's always someone.
You know when they recorded the first telephone call? That was the first thing he did. He handed it to a deaf dude. He was, say hello. Say hello to him. It's just out of pure racist spite. Well, not even, what even is that?
It's like
Hubris.
It's bigotry. It's bigotry.
Is bigotry the
It's
one?
bigotry of some kind.
You call for the rest of them.
Bigotry, yeah. It's the generic. You hate people for no. Well, they have a reason, but your reason's fucked, right?
Like what? Some deaf guy was making a crack. He's like signing. What about me? He's like, shut the fuck up!
Just think.
Shut up! Fuck off!
But like, what a weird thing. Like
all the deaf people were like, go back to telegrams. Like, shut up! Shut the fuck up!
But that's it. It's like, cause like you hear like Henry Ford was like a massive anti-Semite. What?
Or you don't. If Alexander has that to do with it, but
you make sure you can only hear it. There's no visuals. That guy,
he gets a call months later. You heard about the plague? Deaf guy looking at him. What is it?
Not real.
Don't worry about it. It's so good, bro. So good, man. Dies of plague.
Well, like it's so weird that the guy who was like, "Here's the telephone. Fuck people who can't use this." That was his first thing, or was it before? Like that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know.
Like, did he make it out of spite?
I do like the out of spite's fucking funny, but I do like the he finally made it, and then someone was like about like being inclusive.
Yeah.
Like, but what about like the deaf people? He's like,
fuck them.
What do you want me to do? Like what? Like I just made a revolution in my lifetime.
Yeah, but
I can tell everyone the plague's not real from this spot. From this spot.
That's when he was mad. He didn't realize he couldn't tell everyone.
Fuck, those deaf people are gonna think the plague's real. Fucking bastards. He needs them to know on their deathbed
like,
as they're coughing up their lungs. No, it's just the flu.
He was trying to figure out like how to like make cinema happen. He made movies, and they're like, "Yeah, but what about sound?" And he's like, "Oh, now you want sound? Now you want it? Did the video of it? You want the other?"
What was the first movie with sound where they probably ran away from the screen again? All the
Oh,
deaf people were like super chill. They didn't give a shit.
they were like, it was like, this is my
Why
everyday.
you guys freaking out? And Alexander's seen them, and he was like, "Oh, fucking
This is my everyday life.
bastards."
The first, okay, so the real first film with sound is like a German thing, but no one gives a shit about it because the first like successful film with sound is called A Jazz Singer, and it's from like the 30s.
Yeah.
And if I told you that The Jazz Singer is about a dude, doing blackface pretending to be a jazz singer, and that's not the story isn't about a dude pretending to be black. That was a movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
The crux of the film is this minstrel guy is just a star, and they're like, oh yeah, when he sings there's music, and that's cool, like you can actually hear it in the cinema. Would that surprise you at all, that the first like everything that's ever happened in cinema is like deeply racist?
No.
Okay.
It was with the times, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all I had. His name was Al Jolson.
Am I surprised the world's bad? No.
No.
Not really.
No.
I mean, also, like, there was films with sound before that. They just weren't coming from the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I always, like...
Not to be the actually guy, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they had... You could pay a man a half penny and he'd play a piano tune.
To fucking, like, like, I imagine it would just be watching a movie with really poorly synced audio. But you could just have Tim in the back with his, like, horn being like...
He's just yelling.
Like, he forgets the dialogue halfway through. He's like...
Did you hear about the plague? It's not real.
Oh, fucking plague, lads. In the intermission. He gets bored of the beer. He's like... Oh, lad.
do. He's like any child when they hand him a microphone on stage. Like, hi.
So, but like,
I'm gonna sing a song that I really like. Dale. Go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Or better yet, it's people. It's a people song. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
But it's the 30s.
Before I start, I want to just say, my dad said to say, plague's not real. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know what the plague is.
Plague definitely not real.
Not real. My dad says that people are just dropping dead.
Yeah.
It's the government.
Yeah.
Caesar.
He also said Caesar was a really good guy.
Pity they stabbed him.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, plague ain't real. He really stressed that.
The wheels are coming off at this point.
The audience, he's like rolling his fucking eyes. Yeah. Keep it going. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna sing some more Macklemore, and then everyone walks out. This is a song about when I thought I wanted to fuck dudes for half a second because I was cleanly. Yeah, I really, you know.
Yeah, looking about my really tidy room.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder I wanted to suck
I'd
dick.
like to just shout out Kendrick, who poured his life and soul into an album about the streets of Compton and his very unique experience, and you know, basically created such a vibe. But you know, he never thought he was gay, so I think I deserve the award. Thank you very much. That's a very minute joke. Also, Kendrick thinks the plague's real.
That's why they didn't give it to him.
You guys heard the plague? Shut up.
The what? God. Two peasants in the Middle Ages, all of their friends and family dying around them. One guy's like, "Yeah, no, this plague stuff ain't real. It's just I think it's just like the rats.
I think it's the flu.
I don't know.
Rats have the flu.
I mean, you know, I've been taking I've been having grain for like the
know
past couple of days, and I feel
people-
great.
More people die of war than the flu.
You know, more people die in like horse-drawn cart accidents than people die of the flu or the plague even. Or, well, the plague's not real, but like the thing they're calling the plague. You know? Yeah, no, plague doctors want you to think the plague is real because they like wearing those sick hats.
Oh, the plague doctor told you had the plague?
The doctor?
Oh, the guy. Oh, sorry. Okay, so what happened? What happened, Jim? Oh, well, I went to the plague doctor and he was like, oh, I told him my symptoms and he was like, oh, you have the plague. I could fix that. Okay, then what happened, Jim? Oh, well, then I gave him some money, and then like he said, take this, and the plague would go away.
He gave me some leeches.
That's what he did? That's what he did? What did he give you? Oh, he gave me like an elixir. An elixir?
Uh-huh.
How many? Yeah, it's like you have to take like multiple doses? Jim!
How much did that set you back? I'm like his servant for like 4 years now.
What, the guy that studied the plague is telling you the plague's real?
He'd hope it was. He'd hope it to be. Wasting all those years of college. He wasted a whole 2 months learning all of our collective knowledge.
He spent a whole weekend. Read a book. He said plague, bad slugs, leeches, plague, bad leeches.
He studied the town book. He took the one book we have. He looked at it. Yeah. It's not even about the plague.
He graduated from Alex Jones University.
Back then they call him Alexander Jonathan. I don't know his full name. Alexander Janathan. Alexander Janathan.
Alexander Plagon.
Yeah. So I guess we're back to doing this shit every week. Maybe.
Yeah. Welcome back to Indoor Barbecue. We're the only podcast where we don't believe in the plague.
Sean, what's on the barbecue this week?
Oh shit! It's the disgusting symbol of oppression and lies.
Oh God!
In the world, it's plague doctors.
Plague doctors.
Plague doctors.
Plague doctors.
It's a plague doctor with a big red circle around them and a cross through it. Because plague ain't real.
Plague ain't real.
Don't believe these plague doctors. If any plague doctors are in your neighborhood, you should out them. Don't confront them. Don't be violent.
Yeah.
That's when the plague doctors win. They'll poke you in the face with their plague hats.
Plague nose.
You just address the plague doctor. You hit them with the knowledge that the plague ain't real.
And see how they react.
Yeah, and you tell them, no matter, you confront them with our research. We asked the plague if it was real.
No answer.
No. We have a written signed
confession
document from the plague saying it ain't real. So yeah, that's better than any of that science.
I don't trust.
Or you can go put leeches all over yourself. That could be your afternoon if you wanted to do that. Whatever, bro. Yeah, plague ain't real.
Sure.
Shout out.
So the plague is real and the solution is bugs.
Vote for me. 1278. Go running for Senate. My main motto is plague ain't real.
I'll put sound on the train movie.
You know all
my
those
campaign.
pictures. You know Shakespeare? I'll put him on a screen. I'll do it.
Okay, here's my campaign.
Okay.
Number 1, plague ain't real.
Plague ain't real.
Number 2, plague still ain't real.
God bless.
Number 3,
Rab
choo
bless.
choo.
Rab bless.
What?
Rab bless. Sorry, not God bless. Rab bless.
Oh, Rab bless.
Rab bless. Egyptian sun god. Rab bless.
Nessie did nothing wrong. And the St. Patrick actually got rid of snakes. Yeah. It's not a metaphor. He really got rid of snakes.
Yeah.
If he hadn't got rid of snakes, maybe the plague would be real. But he did, so it's not.
Snakes around this town don't count. All right.
No, the snakes. Those plague doctor snake bastards. They don't count. How would he have known of them? How would he know that there'd be a bunch of people?
Remember our motto: punch plague doctor. Whatever you can. Do what you can for your community. Doesn't have to be much, Think globally, act locally. Punch plague doctor.
It's one of those concern arts. Every day, thousands of plague doctors go unpunched. But if you donate $12.50 via our helpline, I don't know. It's the
every day
Middle Ages. There's no
they
phone numbers.
Exploit youngs, but it's all you see in the background is like people actually dying.
They're trying to help,
but they play it in reverse, so it looks like they're hurting.
So they're like giving them medicine and running backwards away from
it's
them.
Like they're putting the slug on them, and then they're like, because they're ripping the slug off. Actually.
Oh fuck!
This plague doctor.
This plague doctor has gone unpunched for 12 days.
Stole multiple coins. What's a lot of money back then?
I've stolen 2 half pennies and a loaf of bread.
just phone in now to donate half a bread. 1-800-PLAGUE-AIN'T-REAL.
You try to punch a plague doctor and the nose bounces back.
That's why they invented the masks.
Oh, the big long nose.
They
to
kept
avoid.
getting punched.
Yeah. So the nose is like arm's length. The big hook, fucking crow beak looking thing. Oh fuck, man. Plague may not be real, but the plague doctors, they look dope as fuck.
They're pretty sick.
You know, if I believed in the plague, I would probably be
separate
a plague doctor.
art from artist. You know.
Wait, which is which in this scenario?
We could rock the plague doctor fit without supporting their fake
Don't
cause.
hit us if we're wearing our plague doctor masks.
Okay.
Please.
Don't discriminate just because I want to fuck plague doctors. It's just attraction, right?
You want to fuck the plague doctors? Oh my god.
Were the Greeks even homophobic? They were fucking everything, right?
Yeah,
the rumor.
they invented olive oil or something for that, right?
That's why they kept the plague doctors around. They made the best lube.
I got my plague doctor for 2 things. Number 1, make sure I don't have plague. Number 2, best lube in town.
That's why they already had all black on, because they were just the lube doctors.
Lube doctors.
They branched out afterwards. I gotta go piss.
Oh god.
Yeah, but like in short, like vote for us. Plague ain't real. 1-800-PLAGUE ain't real. Shout out my Patreon. Anti-plague.
So you want to fuck plague doctors?
Just
that's where you said. That's what you said. You want to fuck plague doctors?
do I have to respect their cause to fuck them?
Listen. That's like a deep discussion.
We'll save that one till
We'll save that
the
one.
2200.
Yeah, we'll save that till like. We haven't even got to the millennia yet.
Yeah, when we're like, and like far beyond these like minuscule, dumb issues that like don't help anyone in the 21st century. Probably the 1900s we'll have all this solved by. We'll be in space.
Yeah.
Everyone can fuck whatever plague doctor they want.
We just got finished stabbing Caesar like 700 years ago.
That we'll we won't be on about these vaccines, these ridiculous vaccines anymore.
No, that'll be sorted.
Yeah. This minutia of trivial, childish discussion and arguing, we'll all be on the same wavelength.
Graham Bell will probably be over his weird fucking bigotry. So
and Dune will be out.
Yeah. The book, because it hasn't even been written yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we won't have to worry about any of this. And people, they won't be believing in the plague, obviously.
No, there'll be no plague.
It's not real.
There won't even be a conversation about it because we'll all be so healthy.
Yeah.
You ever think that maybe the plague might be real though? I got a lot of family who have had it and I've said they talk to me and they're like, yeah, dude, you should believe in this plague stuff. It's actually it's real, and that's why we have doctors specifically for it, because they've learned about this stuff and we should trust them.
No, my cousin sent me this link on Twitter. He said the plague ain't real.